So YouTube viewers, it's into Michael from Screen Productions, bring you a new podcast from my segment called The Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'm trying to do my best not to read so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause me audio feedback as well. And thirdly, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. So basically, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change from adult language. So anyway, let's get to the latest episode of Lupinranger versus Patranger, episode 12. So basically, this episode starts. We see a mid school boy practicing running. Turns out. He told him with his coach. So basically, that his coach said that was timing him and whatnot. Turned out the boy told his coach said, "Oh, you maybe a second, slow, but you didn't get no bad." So basically, try it. So basically, if you want to make a team, stay down a second. So basically, it's like, the coach is telling the boy that, try this tomorrow. So basically, do your best. So anyway, we see we see a Gingrich monster who's lifting and gain him super speed, and also he has the power, and also he has his self power that he can make bombs. So anyway, his name was Django. Django. So anyway, basically the Lupinranger managed to stop him and managed to distract him long enough for Lupinranger to steal the lifted item that gave him his super speed for his body save. And that's when the Patranger showed up and started to fight the monster Django. It's Django, not Django, not the movie Django. So she starts to fight the monster Django. So anyway, that's when the boy who was kind of disappointed, who was training with his coach, so sore, was there watching the whole thing, and heard about and saw the lifting item and so the lifted item that right near him during the fight. Turns out during the fight, Listen Yellow got the lifted item knocked out of his head. So basically, he decided to take the item for himself so he can use it to pass his track to pass his track tryout tomorrow. That way he can get on the track team. So basically, during the fight, the boy went off with the lifting item. So basically, Lifting Blue went chasing after him. So basically, while Lifting Blue did that, the Gingrich monster Django managed to escape from the Patrangers, and the rest of the Lupinrangers escaped along with the monster. So basically, the Patrangers were very pissed off. So anyway, basically, Lifting Blue caught up with the boy. He's saying that, as long as you have that listed item, that monster will come back and will come for it. So basically, the boy is I need this item. I need this item to pass my track tryouts. And plus, it's just like the magic. It's the same item from the picture book. So basically, when Lifted Blue heard that, he was like, wait, picture book, you say? So anyway, basically the boy managed to slip away from Lifted Blue. So basically, but Lifted Blue managed to track the boy down at the hospital. Turns out he was visiting a friend. The boy was visiting a female friend that was in a wheelchair. So basically, they were talking about about his tryout for the track team and whatnot. Blah blah blah. So anyway, it turns out his female friend is in a wheelchair, so basically, seems like something bad happened to her, therefore she's in a wheelchair. So anyway, after the boy was done visiting her friend, once again, listen, boo-hoo! Once again asked that, asked the boy to handle the item, but the boy said, he said, I don't have the item on me, so basically it didn't make any sense for you to search me. So basically, I'm going to use that item to pass my pass my trials to the track team, and I'll be a part of the track team. Therefore, help make my friend feel better, making my friend feel better. So basically, I think the only reason why he's trying out the track team to make his female friend feel better, who's in the wheelchair to feel better and whatnot. So anyway. So listen through. So basically, the boy said just like that, that item will, just like in the picture, will make sure that I'll be part of tracking. So anyway, so basically, once again, like let the boy get away. So basically, he went back to the restaurant and told the others that told about the situation, like blah blah blah, and like let the boy say the boy believes the item is just like in the picture book that my fiance used to read. So basically, like listing yellow and listing red. It was like, what picture books? And that's what the Chicago said. It turns out there's the Chicago pair nowhere with a picture book. Turns out there's it turns out there's a fairy tale based off that listing item, but it's kind of different in the story. In the story, the item gave this boy the power to fly and whatnot. So basically, even though the book is based off that listen item, but it has a different, but in the story it has a different power. So anyway, basically Listen Boy said the boy believes that the item. That the item will give him the edge to make the track team. So basically, we keep tabs on the boy. So anyway, later that night, the listener just left a card at the boy's house that tomorrow we'll be coming to that item. So basically, the boy went to the hiding place where he hid the listed item at, to make sure that it's still there. So basically, making sure that the item is still there in its hiding spot in some shrine. So anyway, later that night, the Patrangers were worried that if that monster gets that liquid item back, he can do some serious damage to the city, like he did today. So basically, Django has, the liquid idol gives Django super speed, but Django's main power, his self-power is he can create bombs. So together with his bomb powers and the power of the liquid idol's speed, but the speed power of the liquid idol, it could be a dangerous mix. So basically, the Patrangers are are worried that if the item were to get back into Django's hands. So the next day it was early in the morning. So the boy was headed to the trial. Was about to look like he was, was about to get a morning run in before the trial. And that's when Django, showed up and asked the boy to handle the liquid item. So basically, so the boy told Django that I don't have it on me. So basically, it's like even I did have it on me, I wouldn't tell you anyway. So basically, Jingle was about to kill the boy, and that's when the Lupinranger that's when the Lupinranger managed to That's when the little ranger showed up, and started to fight off the gang with monster Django. So anyway, the boy headed to the shrine when he hired the lister item, and lister Blue was there. So basically, so you're going to use that item to make the track team. So basically, what a glorious, what an unfair advantage. So basically, like so basically the boy was like, I need this item to make the track team. So basically, like you know. So basically, Licking Bull was trying to talk him out to using that little item, to cheat his way on track team, and that's when Django and the other little rangers show up at the shrine. So anyway, so like so that's when Licking Bull says, like, you know what, take the item. So basically, you take the listed item. So basically, if it doesn't, but if the listed item speed power doesn't work, remember this. Remember to say this to yourself, I am fast. So anyway, so basically the boy ran away while the listing rangers deal with the monster Django. Deal with the monster Jingle, and that's when the Patranger showed up. And and basically, in Patranger style, the lifter, so basically, the Patranger showed up, it started to fight them, start to fight the gang with monster Jingle and the gang with foot soldiers. Anyway, that's what Mystic Red used the Scissor Dark Fighter Zord's weapon form to take down Django and the Foot Soldiers. So basically, as usual, Goth showed up, revived the gang with Monster Django, and made him grow. So anyway, that's when the Good Striker showed up, and the Pathway Rangers used the Good Striker to form the Hydra Megazord, and they used the Trigger Machine Bike Zord to take down the gang with Monster Django once and for all. So anyway, meanwhile, the Pack Rangers. The Electric Rangers went to the boys' track tryouts and see the boy here and see the boy and see the. So basically, see the boy track trial. So basically, the boy seeing that the power of the lifting idol did not work for the boy. So basically, the boy remembered what Lifting Boo said, I am fast. So basically, without the power of the lifting item, he managed to qualify for the track team by believing himself. Even though the boy thinks that that the lifted item gave him the power to qualify to the track team, but turns out that Lifting Boo had the real item this whole time, and the boy had the fake item. So basically, Lifting Boo had the real item the whole time. The boy had a fake item, so fake cotton coffee. So basically, Lifting Boo said, "You didn't need that lifted item to cheat your way on the track team. All you got to do is to believe in yourself." So basically, the boy learned. An important lesson that that if you believe in yourself, you will. Nothing can stop you. So basically, if you believe yourself, the only thing that can stop you is yourself. So anyway, so basically, Lifting Boo and the rest of the Lifting Rangers said goodbye to the boy and his girlfriend in a wheelchair. That and graduated him from qualified to making his track team. And the episode ended with the boy saying goodbye to the Lifting Rangers. So anyway, this episode was a pretty good episode. So basically, this was a good. This episode had a good. This episode was pretty. Was a good episode. Was a good lesson episode. So basically, this episode was pretty good. So anyway, like always, this is Michael signing off. One.